Hey.
Hey, what's up, dudes? We got good old me. We got Large Marge, who is also right there. Pudgy, no pants party. We got Chuckles, who thinks I'll stay focused, which will not happen. Rick, traveling through. What's up, man? Broadford. Jay Dandy's here. Nice. What's up, dudes? So we have Rusty all the way from, well, he's right here, but from Phoenix, Arizona.
From Phoenix.
Phoenix, staying in Cleveland since Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Where exactly are you saying? You said you have an Airbnb up there.
Yeah, I have an Airbnb on Clifton and like roughly West Boulevard, like West 110, something like that. So
Yeah.
it's like half a mile from Edgewater. Which is
All
pretty
right.
sweet.
Nice. Yeah. What's up, Blair?
Patty's in the chat.
Who is?
Patty.
Oh, I missed him. Hey, what's up, Patty? You made it for a second before he's heading out. Nice. Jetsman, what's up? Large said, Jetsman, that he saw you today in the shop, right? Today, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were pretty busy.
Patty, I was telling these two today about Red Fang, so you'll be excited about that.
Andy Aitch, Aitch, SD100. Do you know what that means?
Nope.
Traveling through, if you're talking about Phoenix, it's probably pretty hot, but I don't know. I
It's
haven't
hot.
looked at the weather. I don't look at the weather out there because it's sunny every day.
Well, traveling through, you're probably about to get the weather we have right now, which is today it was 87 and super humid. So, Jay Dandy said, "Keep Funny Brad away from Rusty." Do you remember when we first showed your picture on the stream?
No.
Were you there? Oh, Funny Brad is like, he's like, Rusty's hot. What was it? Is that what he was saying? He was something like that. He's like, that's a good looking man there.
Yeah. Hey,
I remember when you were comparing tattoos, but
Oh, I think it was that night. I think it was that night when we were
Yeah.
comparing tattoos.
that checks out. Hey, somebody shouted out the San Diego 100.
Oh, that's what we were asking
If you're
about,
an
Andy.
ultra runner, Andy, that's pretty neat. The San Diego 100 is a kick-ass race.
He's got to be saying it because of you, because we're not running.
I'm wearing the shirt.
Oh, you're wearing the shirt. Well, you changed. That's not what you were wearing when we were riding.
Yeah, no, I was
so.
wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, yeah, we were actually. Oh, he just said that. Yeah. Oh, he said he runs too. Hundreds too.
Nice. Yeah. San Diego is, I did not do well. I bonked really fucking hard, so whatever.
No F words till after 10.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
That's always our joke.
I bonked really hard, and
I've never done well.
I was slower than I wanted to be, but it's fine. I finished.
So Patrick said Tucson was 103 and Phoenix is usually about 5 degrees hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So I'm sipping on a Wren House Brewing. Let's see if that'll have too many faces in here to get that to focus. Oh, I'll hold it back here. So this is a double IPA that Rusty brought from. Well, is this one actually? Oh, it is actually from.
Yeah, it's in Phoenix.
And you were saying it's definitely the best brewery in Phoenix, and you'd argue it might be the best in Arizona.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a toss up between like them and two other breweries, in my opinion, for the best brewery in Arizona, but hands down best brewery in Phoenix.
what's
This
this
one's-
brewery?
Wren House.
Wren House.
What are the other two? The toss-up.
I could get it to-
Pueblo Vita. Both of the other two, in my opinion, are from Tucson. So Patty will be able to speak to this, but
There we go.
Tombstone Brewing and Pueblo Vita
Okay.
both are just fantastic.
I'm trying to think. This has a real lemon flavor to the hops, and I'm trying to think of what hops has that real lemony. It's not overpowering, like not like actual lemon, but like lemony, and the way hops can be lemony, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of what that.
I don't know what hop that might be. I'm gonna turn my phone on vibrate.
I used to be way more nerdy about that, and I'd probably be able to name it, but Chuckle's talking about the weather where he is too. He said it's ridiculous. Skipped outdoor pickleball for this and drink. Nice. Flip the brim down after 10.
So it says the F word on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot. About,
Yeah.
That's your like trademark hat. All the pictures
I-
I've seen of you, you're always wearing that.
I love it.
What is the hat?
It's from Bello Cyclist, which is in Bulgaria or some shit.
Oh, really?
It took, I want to say like 6 weeks, 7 weeks for it to get here. But shipping was $4 or something. So.
Are they a bike shop?
No, it's like apparel and whatnot. Yeah. They have one that says, I'm not allowed to say the F word before 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It says F cars ride bikes. And then they've got this one, and they've got a bunch of shirts as well. Check them out. Bello, Bello. Hopefully they see this and
Dylan's up in
give me
here
a
who said,
discount later on.
he said, damn guests every episode is turning into a good old talk show. Yeah, that's much better than just me sitting here drunk trying to find turds.
Oh, yeah. Patrick Dragoon is good AF as well.
Oh, is this his brewery list? What he's saying are the best ones?
And then Mother Road is one of his favorites. That's in Flagstaff that's the Tower Station. That like solid Arizona IPA. I don't think Dragoon and Mother Road have anything bad, but I also don't think that aside from Tower Station that they have anything that's like, holy crap, you got it. I'm trying not to curse.
Yeah.
I used to be a teacher. I'm kind of.
I could already tell you
Holy
this is hard
crap.
for you just from hanging out with you for 2 hours.
Yeah. You gotta try it. You know, I think outside of Tower Station, just not anything that's amazing. But I do like their beers. They're all very good. That's just my opinion, though.
Oh, Patrick said he has one of their hats too. Caps. We got to say caps, not hats. There's a whole hashtag.
Yep.
I think I've seen Patrick's, right? He's posted it, I think, in the Discord, hasn't he? Yeah. Any port in the storm. Jay Dandy. Jay Dandy, I felt like you were the one who had my back on the turd hunting. You were saying don't pay attention to them. So
I know how to find a bunch of turds.
yeah.
Go to rural Ohio.
Jay Dandy.
Go to my hometown.
Jay Dandy was posting what he's sipping on, which is a Perfect Strangers Coffee Pale Ale. Oh, it's a brew kettle. I've never seen that one.
You've never seen Brew Kettle?
No, brew kettle, but I've
you've
never seen
that
beer.
beer. Okay.
I've been, brew kettle. I've gone up to a number. Well, now they have satellite locations, but the original is in.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's like kind of in a strip mall, but there's a spot inside.
Terrible spot, but
once you walk inside, it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
you're in a strip mall anymore. And they started as a brew your own beer spot, which they still have.
They still have that, yeah.
And then they have the smokehouse. Their food is killer. Like I've actually had really. You have. Oh, you wouldn't know. Yeah.
I used to eat there. I don't remember what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah. They probably had a decent salad. How long have you been vegan?
4 years.
Oh, so you haven't
4
been.
years.
So you haven't like.
July 1st, I think 2017, maybe 2016, but I think 2017.
So it's not like it's not like it's been like 20 years and you don't know what.
Correct. Yeah.
Places. Yeah.
But I genuinely don't remember what any meat tastes like. That's for sure.
Oh, Lanky jumped in here and he's calling it a casquette. The hats, the caps. When we were in France, someone commented on me and Aaron were at a bar and someone commented on my cap and called it a casquette. Like, oh, I like your casquette. And the other guy elbowed him and he's like, in America, that means like where you die in the box. And I was like, I'm a cycle. I get what this guy was trying to say, but like all the translation, it was all so confusing. And I was actually wearing the one Otis got me, that Plume Gent one, which is actually a Belgian hat, right? Belgian? The bike shop's in Belgium? Yeah. So like that guy recognized the words, figured I knew what he was talking about, but like his boss didn't, and it like created all this chaos of a conversation in foreign languages. But what's up, Broadford?
Hey, I speak a little French. You're an asshat. Pardon my French. R.I.P. That was Norm Macdonald from Celebrity Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah.
What do we?
I don't know. I just pointed at a fake guy in the sky.
Yeah.
Just pour a little bit out.
Yeah. Just not here with my computer with no cover on it. Yeah.
Pour one out for the homies.
Yeah, that one actually. Norm is one that hits me because I love. Well, I can't say it.
Yeah.
I love Norm Macdonald. Yeah. We were talking about this when we first met.
That was such a good bit.
Yeah.
Scottsdale Blonde is not a good beer. I'm sorry, Chuckles. I do not like that beer. I will not drink it. Sam, I am. I will not drink it. Something rhymes with Sam, I am.
Pudgy says Rusty has definitely had meat in his mouth within the last 4 years.
I mean, but I didn't eat it.
It just all depends on your lexicon, as they say, right?
And Dylan says, "Oh no."
He's like, Dylan's like, yeah, Dylan's like, I haven't even checked out yet, and it's already going.
And then Patrick says, "Meat mouth."
Pickleball is a fun and challenge. What I can't think of what pickleball is either.
It's an old people game.
Like
my job, my civilian job, I work with a lot of snowbirds in Arizona, and they play pickleball competitively. And don't get me wrong, it can be challenging, I'm sure, but it's like ping pong and badminton together.
It's a small tennis.
Yeah. But it's the ball is a wiffle ball.
Oh, really? Oh, so you
Yeah,
can really
yeah.
curve it and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Zach Snyder, Waparito,
Waparito, yeah.
big into wiffle ball.
So
there.
what, are you not allowed to step into the green area in the summer?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like you said, is this about the age, the pickleball age there?
Yep. The geriatrics.
Like,
They just don't want to
like
tend.
Rick's age, right?
Yeah, Rick's age.
Yeah.
They don't want to run.
I mean, I think there are certainly some
He'd be
younger
getting a lot of
people.
numbers.
I think there are certainly some younger people, but I think the core demographic is like 50 to 65 probably, if I had to guess. I don't know.
That's what all these pictures are
I-
showing, except for the stock photo where they got young kids to play it.
I
Like, look at this one.
have,
Like, someone had their friends come out and like took a cool photo, but every other picture.
yeah.
Yeah,
My-
that is Rick, isn't it?
and the yellow?
Yellow. Are you colorblind?
Yeah, right here.
That's
Yeah,
green.
It's like,
You don't think that's green?
it's like a neon.
Close enough. Who gives a poop?
There's some yellow in the photo.
What color is this?
That's green. That's like a neon green.
All right.
Or yellow, maybe. I don't know. I have
I'm
some,
not done showing pickleball photos.
I have some friends. I have some friends whose parent, who their dad is of retirement age, and he plays pickleball very well. So I don't want to make fun of all people who play pickleball, but it's generally an old people sport.
I feel like
Rick.
I feel like we're making fun of this, and I would actually love this sport because
Yeah, it's probably fun.
I do love ping pong, and I like I think Chuckle said he was a racquetball player, which makes sense because it probably, if you're younger and you play it, it probably has a lot of speed to it. You know, you're probably, you know. But if you're this guy, it's probably a little slower. But these pictures do prove your point. I mean,
Dylan said pickleball is the recumbent of tennis. I will never forget that.
yeah. It's a good joke for a dude who hates the desert. No, I'm just throwing the pot.
The
Yeah.
desert's great.
Yeah.
It's just, climate change.
Oh, so so it's like a wiffle ball, but the holes are smaller. Take that for what you will.
Yeah.
Looks like.
I'm gonna bite my tongue.
Yeah. Pudgy said, "Ride your trike to pickleball practice."
I saw on the way down here today, I saw a dude on a plus recumbent trike. I mean, I was a little bit impressed just by the machine itself. Probably not necessary on the Towpath, but whatever.
those
To each
ones,
their own.
when I've seen them, I've thought about that. I'm like, if you found a trail that was like kind of gnarly but wide enough, I bet it would be fun as hell
Yeah.
to like rip around
Yeah,
on
yeah.
one of those and like two wheel and like kind of like. But it would also be. You'd probably also die doing it. You get launched out of the seat at some point and land in a
I mean,
ravine.
didn't they make one for Martin? What's his face? Martin
Lawrence?
No,
Short.
Definitely not Martin. Martin from GCN.
Martin? There's no Martin on GCN.
The dude that got paralyzed from a bike accident.
There was a dude on GCN who got paralyzed from a bike.
Oh, sorry, GMBN.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't watch that because I ride. Gravel bikes.
All right. All right, whatever.
No, I mean, obviously nothing against that. I'm not a good enough mountain biker that I need to watch shows on how to do it better. I just need to like go
Yeah.
and do it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
That's fair.
me and Lanky are about. I think probably when you watch Lanky's like mountain bike videos, that's about where I'm at.
Fair
And he has
enough.
better equipment for it too.
Hey, before I forget, Andy, if you want to talk about ultra running and running hundreds, hit me up on the Discord. This probably isn't the place for it because we talk about bikes here. And
I can make
Dylan-
a running. We can make a
Dylan
run.
hates running.
Yeah. I'll make a running section on there. Like I actually
Dylan-
love it. I can't do it because my sciatica. I miss it. Like I just rode. My one friend rode the Towpath Century with me. He was about to run in the Akron Marathon, and like we were talking about it. I'm like, I really miss it. Like I can't get like in a more meditative state. Is that a word? Meditative.
Meditative.
Than when I
don't-
run.
don't know.
Like, and I really miss getting my mind cleared like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't hit that on my bike, you know. But yeah, we'll make a running section.
Martin Ashton, see? Told
Martin
you.
Ashton, yeah.
Told you.
Martin Lawrence.
This is when Tim starts insulting the guys. Oh, then Chuckles was saying top 10 under 30. Oh, yeah. So he's probably they're probably real quick.
pickleball?
Yeah.
Did you see Dylan's comment?
No.
Alum Creek Mountain Bike Trail in Columbus just made a short trail for
Oh.
off-road trikes.
Oh, no way. Dylan, you got to capture some photos of that, like, so we could see it.
We got to go down there and
Oh, Jay Danny
Walk
was
it in
asking
person.
what your mile time is, but you're an ultra marathoner, so do you
Yeah,
even have
so
a fast mile?
Yeah, I mean, I run ultras, but I mean, when are you talking about my mile time? Because
I couldn't
a
run
year
my
and a
high
half
school-
ago or 2 years ago, very different from today. But
I couldn't run my high school mile time now. Like,
Yeah.
I could get under 6 in high school,
Yeah.
but I couldn't do that now, which is not that fast, but faster
So-
than your average American.
so in
You
high
were
school,
fast,
I
too.
ran a 5:05, which is not that impressive for a high school, but
It's impressive
yeah,
for.
it's all right.
It's impressive. 5:05 is fast.
And
Yeah.
on
Just-
my last PT test, I ran a 2 mile in 11:20. So I guess that's like 540 miles back to back.
That's fast.
Whatever.
That's impressive. How fast were you in high school? Didn't you do some longer distance track running? Oh, you ran cross country.
yeah. Nothing too crazy.
I could get under 19 for the 5K. That was about. I think I got.
Yeah.
I think I got some 18:55s. That was
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, 17 something.
And then
Yeah,
I've done a couple.
My
done-
fastest 5K is probably just under 18.
And then right before I got sciatica really bad, I was doing half marathons, and I could do about I could get under
was you.
7 40-minute miles for the half marathon, which for me, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's as hard as I want to train, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel like if I put my effort into it, I could get down to 7:15s, and I didn't want to work that hard, you know.
I feel like Lanky's just trying to just jab the knife in a little bit. No, Lanky, I could not get sub 5. Maybe if I trained for the mile, but I was a 400 specialist.
Oh, so that's interesting that you ran because 400 is a sprint, but now
Mhm.
you're an ultra.
Yeah, I mean, when you lose competitiveness in sprints, like nobody, after you graduate high school, nobody wants to race in a sprint.
Yeah.
What are you, 12?
Yeah, yeah. I'll
So-
beat you to the end of the block.
yeah. So,
400 is a long sprint. Though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Well, I always thought the 800 was the most brutal track event.
yeah.
Because that's all out.
Yeah, well, they call it
for-
middle distance, but you're running it at a 400 pace.
It's sprint.
If you're competitive,
Yeah,
you're running
it's
it at a 400
it's an all-out
pace.
sprint, and it's just it's like what you're doing when you're just like trying to beat your friend to the line after a long ride. But yeah, Bert peaked the volume. blew
You're
his
welcome,
speaker.
Rick.
yeah,
It was Ben though. He did it. It was large. I mean,
yeah, large. Yeah, it's funny. Me and Funny Brad joke because I always say large, and Funny Brad calls you Marge. But in real life, I never say either of those.
No.
So Martin Ashton got hurt doing
J Dandy. It's
Crazy trail.
YOU apostrophe RE.
Where's that? uh,
That checks out. Lanky probably did get sub 5 uphill. He's pretty skinny. He's lanky.
yeah, lanky. It's in his name. Literally in his name.
Yeah.
How fast did you run the 5K in high school? I mean, I'm not even putting you on the spot. I just can't even.
11.
5K.
Well, the high school, the cross country race was 5K, 3.1 miles.
Yeah. Closer to 18.
That's fast, yeah. All the dudes who were closer to 18 were
The
way.
fast.
11, 18.
Fastest.
11, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I added the road bike party to the video thread. What does that mean?
I don't know.
We can find out.
Road bike party.
Oh, that's where it happened. Yeah, everyone could check that out.
Watch him get paralyzed.
I don't want to.
I don't want to watch that. That sounds terrible.
But they keep it on the channel.
That doesn't.
I
Oh, I
would
guess
guess
it is
that
from
it's just him
GCN.
doing cool stuff on the road bike,
No.
not him getting paralyzed.
Yeah. I mean, he did a TED talk where it shows the moments before he
Yeah.
crashed. And you know that was a pretty touching TED talk. You know, like he obviously is paralyzed from the waist down, and
Sorry, I'm laughing at the. You're saying something sad, and then I'm reading the chat, so I can't. Like, I've told you about the delay before we came on. It ruins like a lot of the mood. But
Cassie, I don't know if you're watching, but Cassie's my wife, and she will tell you that I don't give a fuck what's happening. I don't give a fudge what's happening. I will correct your grammar.
yeah, or your lady friend, as I like to say.
Yeah, my lady friend.
I was looking at Lanky's. Can you stream outside? I think we need a beer mile contest tonight. And then Jay Dandy's, sorry for the typo. Thought we were drinking beer here. Chuckle said, beat that time with the Z-Bike. Oh, good. Pudgy said it's not in those videos. I got the idea that he was trying to show us like a horrible accident video. Like, some like,
I don't want to see that.
yeah, some like, what would you call that? Crash porn, or I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I cursed again.
Yeah,
I haven't been a teacher for a hot minute, so I've lost my ability to filter.
Rick said I was told there'd be maps, and Jay Dandy said that's my line, Rick. I'll do 5K to the drive-through again. I left Brad down here on his own last time. We went over to the drive-through to get more beer. I was like, I'm gonna grab something, Brad, and then I just like walked out of here over to the drive-through barefoot with my bleeding feet, and walked in there like on a drive-throughs of the. I've never gone over there
I
barefoot,
don't give a shit.
and I never wear shoes. And then, but well, cars and oil and everything, and I was like, oh, sorry, I cut my foot, I couldn't put my shoes on. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, that's why I need beer. I can't even imagine.
That's your medicine.
Yeah.
Sorry, there was a comment that reminded me of Eurotrip. Oh, it's the I was told there would be maps. You know that scene in Eurotrip where I saw a gay porno once. The girls never came. The girls never came. Remember that? You ever see that movie? Sorry, I quote movies.
Did our chat freeze? Why isn't, or is no one just, they just think we're boring?
Yep.
Oh yeah, let's see what, there were a couple of new bike picks in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got Summit Perry's kids.
You don't have it on
What?
the YouTube.
Not yet. I gotta see it to make sure it's
Safe.
acceptable. Yeah.
There's no dildos.
Yeah.
Should I put my Cleveland picture on there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could. Oh no.
Cassie texted me, so she's watching.
She just can't get into the.
Yeah, apparently.
know-
Rusty Shackelford. I love it. Bob Boberson.
Oh, the other thing I can
Oh,
do.
she's in this. She's in the fucking
Oh,
chat.
is that her?
I mean, yeah, the fudging chat.
She can get into the Discord, but she can't get us into the YouTube.
Yeah.
She can't get herself in the YouTube.
I guess.
Oh, the other thing I could do up here to pull up some of your photos is this is the best feature of Discord. I could just show your, I could just find your posts. So here-
Okay. Yeah, there's the picture I was gonna put up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool beans.
So this is this when you got in on Friday?
Yeah, that is right before the wind blew my bike over and bent my derailleur hanger.
That's
Oh, so this is the photo you were trying to take when you bent your.
Correct.
Nah.
That is correct.
How was it on the way back? Did Ben? any,
So that's
large?
like a block away from Joy Machines, and they were like, we can bend it back, but we might break it. I don't want to do that. So then I went to Blazing Saddles, and they kind of bent it back.
And they're like, we'll bend it. They're like, well, they're just like less cautious.
yeah. So I had a couple gears that were real messed up, but on the way back after Large Marge messed with it, it was good. It was good to go.
Huh. You got
Master-
into the easiest gear?
Master
Or the
mechanic.
hardest gear you couldn't get into?
No, it's the easiest one.
Oh, okay.
It would I would go to it, and it would immediately just like start
Ah,
skipping back and forth.
yeah.
So
And we were hauling on the way back.
We
We
were,
we
yeah.
hit some good speeds in the Y Bridge.
I
and
wonder what our top speed was. I don't want to look because I don't want to be on my phone the whole stream.
Oh, my cousin jumped in here. Jeffrey Scott Zippe. He's in town. He's the one who inspired me to be a photographer. He's from Sanford, Florida, which is right outside Orlando, kind of how Akron is to Cleveland. And he was a photographer forever. I went down and visited him. I got to see the studio he worked at, his buddy's studio.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it was all really cool. This is like, I want to get into this. And he actually hired me back in the film days. I did a gig for him when I was younger. So, yeah.
That's cool.
What's up, Jeff? Good to see you. I
Good
just had
job, Jeff.
He's up in town from Florida because he does Google tours now where they like, so you could do Street View where you drop the little guy and you could see the facades of buildings. He does, so now you could walk through the door.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like say for like
Yeah,
a
I've seen a
winery
few of
or store.
those.
So that's exactly what he does. So he sets up like the 360 cam so you could see everything in the places.
I'll tell you a story. As soon as I make my comment here, I'll tell you about this cool game that I play. But when the world
Pickleball?
slips you a Jeffrey, stroke the furry wall. Do you know what that's from?
No.
Get into the Greek. Come on. Get with,
Oh,
get with
yes.
the program.
But that's been a long time. The first time I saw that movie,
It's amazing.
I was like
and
rolling
you
around
were-
on the ground laughing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Rick said he tore his scrot playing pickleball.
Not surprising.
Not the first time.
And
So
Jay Dandy asked if there's any pics of Rusty's new house.
I don't have a new house.
He didn't find the house yet. So Rusty's in town, considering moving out this way. Hasn't decided. You haven't decided exactly. You're just decided on
Correct.
probably Ohio.
That is correct.
Yeah. But it seems like you're kind of leaning Clevelandish, right? More than Columbus.
Yeah. My in-laws live in the greater Cleveland area. Parma. And we used to live in Cleveland. We really like Lakewood and that area, so yeah. But we have most of our closest friends live in Columbus, so that'll be a tough decision, I'm sure.
Yeah, Jeff, I was just telling them about, being from Parma Heights and only moving when I was 3. I wouldn't remember it except for Grandma's house, which that's where Jeff would come up from Florida. So Jeff is my mom's sister's son. So that's the cousin relationship. But when they would come up, we'd all be hanging out at my grandma's house in Parma Heights. So that part of Cleveland.
Traveling
Fausto?
through had a great idea.
Moving to Tim's basement. He's moving in for the night. Because if not,
Yep.
you have to ride all the way back to Cleveland.
I got squatters' rights.
What's that?
I got squatters' rights.
Squatters' rights, yeah, yeah. Oh, and Dylan said the vegan restaurants in Lakewood are plentiful. Yeah, way better than.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted my friend Greg, and I was telling Rusty this, that, Rusty, my friend's going to be in town from Arizona. He's a vegan. Where should we go? Where we could get the combo needs to be good beer and vegan food. And he kind of ran down the list. But the good thing is the one great spot for it is right across from the bike shop.
Yeah.
So
They had good sandwiches.
Dylan said check out Cleveland Vegan.
Yeah, Cleveland Vegan is bomb.com. I had a cookie from there today. I had a cupcake the other day. Meals galore. It's amazing.
Do you know Fausto?
I don't.
Because
But I saw he commented.
Cleveland,
something.
really?
Yeah.
I don't know Fausto if
distracted.
you've been to Cleveland, but me and Rusty were even talking. He said the last time here was 2017 and you moved away in 2013.
I think 2014 is when we moved.
There's been a lot of changes, and like Cleveland still has its struggles like any Midwestern Rust Belt city, but like the downtown and the near west side all the way out to Lakewood
Yeah.
are cool. Like they're great places. Like I would live in any of those places.
Yeah.
Like, I would ride my bike around. I would go to cool spots. Lake Erie is amazing. Like, what are you looking at?
Lanky quoted Euro trip.
There you go. Well, on Thursday,
Bring out
you
the
two are gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. This isn't where I parked my car.
Oh, Fausto's in NYC. Oh yeah, we've talked before, Fausto. Yeah, I love New York City too, but I don't think I could. I could live there, I think, for like 2 years, and I would love it. I would explore. I would just like get on the subway, get off at stations. I'd ride my bike everywhere. But then I think I would want to live back somewhere in the Midwest where I could just drive and ride wherever I wanted to go. But yeah, I love New York City. I think it's the greatest city on earth. But yeah.
LeBron, it's TOO and no.
What are you looking at?
Right here.
Oh, she's not.
She's not. She's vegetarian.
Oh, at least that's close. I mean, that makes it so you could.
She can't give up cheese.
That's how I was. But when I was vegetarian, so in my 20s,
She's gonna get mad at me for that, by the way.
in my 20s, so now 20 years ago, there weren't good options, and now there are good vegan cheese options that melt.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
there was nothing that melted when I was in my 20s.
yeah, that's
Like,
probably accurate.
yeah.
I just don't like. It's just processed shit, whatever.
I mean, like good cheese in France. Like,
Chuckles asks what's the best vegan in Phoenix?
The best vegan restaurant in Phoenix. Cassie, text me if you disagree, but I'm gonna say Green, maybe Verdura. Yeah, text me or like comment or something if you disagree.
Rick asked, "Is well done steak vegan?" I think it is. Then Fausto hasn't been here since the beginning, so he's asked about the IPAs. So we got from Phoenix that Rusty brought the Wren Brewing. Come on,
Wren House.
Wren House. Sorry, we got it to work earlier. Well,
There you go. There you
There we
go.
got it.
Yeah.
and then Rusty is drinking from Magic City their OGOJ. There we go.
Yeah, Cassie agrees. Green and Verdura, and then Coronado is also pretty good. Dylan, you are correct. Follow Your Heart is the best, like vegan dairy, cheese, vegan A's, all that. That's the best brand.
Rick was asking if I could ride in New York City, and I have, and yes, I could. I love it. Like, it's a blast, like absolute blast. But also, New York City around the island has bike trails, so you could ride up the Hudson all the way into upstate New York onto the Empire Trail in New York City if you don't want to ride in traffic. But riding through Midtown on even my hybrid rental bike was one of the most fun things I've ever done in my entire life. So yes, I could. Yeah. Yeah, Lanky, I think I am going to meet you guys on Thursday. I have no shoots. I have to work all day tomorrow, but yeah, I think I'll come out and ride the gravel with you guys then too.
Got a lot of fans of my dab.
Oh, Key Villa? Yeah, Key Villa is the one who sent me the lunch bag. I made the video about with the Moxies that I brought to obsolescence.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Agreed,
I think Key
Dylan.
Villa's in China.
Broadford, I believe it's soy based.
Isn't, how do you say that word?
Daya.
Daya.
Daya. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Large equals Usain Bolt. Dylan doesn't like
I think
it.
Usain Bolt doesn't dab, he does this.
Oh, you're right.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I think we.
Gross.
I think we did miss some kind
Obsolescence, that's disgusting. You make me sick. You're the
Oh,
scum
so
between my
obsolescence, like,
toes.
yeah. Obsolescence, by the way, I know we've talked since then on, like, comments, but you rode down Summit Street the other day, and I was out there with Large watching Micah, Genuine Article, drawing chalk drawings, and you went right by the Summit Art Space, and the road was closed, and I'm like, oh, that's obsolescence, and I, like, wave my hand and wave. You never even looked over at this whole crazy thing that was going on, and I was like, how could you not pay attention to, like, the road's closed, there's artists drawing on the street,
Not a good one.
dude, it's just straight up head down, goes like right through the road. It was amazing. Yeah. Oh, he says he dumps a lot of spice and garlic in it though. Is
Tim
obsolescence?
can't have garlic.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's no garlic in this house. Pudgy. Oh yeah, Pudgy sent the Moxie up here. You gonna grab a beer?
Yeah.
Grab the triples in there.
It's orange.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what's
Surprise
left.
me. I don't.
Those are the two beers there, so it won't be that
Okay.
surprising.
Surprise me.
OBS had a turtle head poking out.
I think that's a poop joke.
Ah. Oh wait, what's tough, Pudgy?
J Dandy, yes. The answer is yes.
Sneeze dab. He was thinking of how to make winter clothes from those serpachos. Dylan going with the deep inside jokes. Deep inside
Yep. Don't
Discord
get that
jokes.
one. Don't
Yeah,
get that
it's-
one.
Well,
We just split this guy.
yeah.
Yep.
That's a.
That one's. It's good shit.
One more of those.
Yeah, that's for him. Yeah. Do you want that? Do you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll take that. We'll split
Yeah.
this one. Grab that one for him. He's crashing on.
Oh, we're splitting it. You guys are splitting it.
I want to try it.
It's pretty damn scrumptious.
This seems like it. You got a little rowdy after you drank one of these on one of the.
I mean, I think I drank like 10% beers.
Yeah. You were like, what did you posted the? You posted the picture and you're like, ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
So
So this beer was, the Suns went to the finals this year and blew it. I'm not a Suns fan. Don't get
IPA.
don't get it twisted. I'm a Cavs fan for life, but that was a Suns themed beer. All their triples are named after the brewery dog, who was named Wally. Thank you for not making me get up.
Oh yeah, this beer fucks.
Is it 10 o'clock?
It's not.
Beer does.
That's an expression.
Beer
That's in a
does fuck.
phrase, so you're allowed to.
This beer makes the sex.
Yeah. All right, where were these comments? Tim just signed a pro contract with Kobe.
Covfefe?
Moxie is like Jägermeister without booze.
That sounds
Traveling
awful.
through-
So yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like the
I didn't drink
worst
any of 'em.
thing ever.
Hey, what's up, Black Bow? He said, coming from a work event, a little beer buzzed. Well, you are in the right place, my friend.
Yeah. Let's increase that.
Black Ball's in Toronto. Yeah, Chris in Toronto, right? Yep. He had a little turtle, his actual friend. Huh.
This beer sexes.
Is that the free 10 o'clock frame? This beer makes love.
Let me check the old telehorn. Oh, my wife is texting me.
Fausto is
She's giving me
drinking
instructions.
a LIC beer project,
Mm.
Higher Burning, from Queens.
Yes.
Are you in the Discord, Fausto? If you are,
Yes.
drop a photo of that.
That brewery slaps.
Let's see if I drop this command for the Discord.
It fricks hard.
So hard. I would like to watch this Rusty Shackelford clip at some point.
Is that what the name comes from? King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Oh. I was thinking vacation. Well, you mentioned Europe, so because isn't the son's name Rusty?
I don't have any freaking idea.
Yeah, trucking. As I think Pudgy said trucking. Oh no, wait. Pudgy said this beer sexes. Someone said trucking. But yeah.
This beer trucks. Dylan, I went through Clintonville yesterday. Gotta say, didn't see a lot of bike lanes. Bring on the Flugercamp Hyman!
It makes the sexy time. Oh, he did drop in here. Drop some photos. So.
Oh. Pudgy said yes, his name was Russ Griswold.
Oh, Griswold, yeah, Rusty.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase is always calling him Rusty. And
I like that Lanky's just keeping the Euro trip quotes going.
yeah.
Club Vandersex.
What are we looking at here?
Cooper Harris, you're a pig.
Heron Rindanier, 55 centimeter.
Do you know Heron?
No.
$2,300.
Racing green.
Reduced again. Well,
Made
that's a
by
good sign.
Waterford.
Oh yeah, Waterford. That's the old.
Really enjoying these burps.
Yeah, that's the old Schwinn Paramount factory.
Yeah.
Handmade American bikes.
One of 18 handmade.
Did you buy it, Rick?
Those don't have fat meats, so not interested.
Oh, Summit Perry had a sipping on photo too. I don't know if I would like Thirsty Dog's lemon shandy. That doesn't sound like something I would try, or seem like something I would be into. Hoppin' Frog makes the only shandies I think I'll drink.
I hope people are listening on their headphones when
Yeah.
I burp.
Every time I have to move this, like when we show your bike, it's always like the only being is perfect then.
Vegan farts don't stink though, so that's a trade-off.
Oh, Keyvilla. I'm not sure how you pronounce
Kivia?
that. Kivia?
Kivia, maybe? I don't know.
Is it Sing Tao beer is the best Chinese beer? Any shops selling them? The
Yeah, you can get those
Annabelle's
here.
used to have them. Yeah. Yeah, we do see them around here in Akron. No testicle clamps before 10. What is Dylan saying? There aren't many bike lanes, you're right, but the Olentangy, depending on how you want to say it.
Olentangy.
We say Olentangy up here in Akron.
Yeah, I mean it's
There's like a
definitely
highway of access
Olentangy,
over
but-
Clintonville. The low traffic neighborhood's completed. It's not perfect, but it takes practice. Dylan showing me around Columbus, like
Yeah.
you go and hang out with someone like him. It's like, well, just like how I just showed you around
Yeah.
Akron. Like I could show you around Akron without even seeing Akron.
Yeah, I have friends that live in Hilliard, Westgate, and I've had friends previously that have lived in Grandview, but I drove through Clintonville, Grandview, Hilliard. Very familiar with Dublin because of where I grew up. Westgate and German Village, and I'm also pretty familiar with German Village, and yeah, like it really wasn't bad. I was just mostly poking the bear or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
it was fine.
Again, saying like Columbus is like a way more like hip younger city than Cleveland or Akron by far. Like there's way more like places, but I do like the topography of Northeast Ohio better still even. Like I mean, I just like there's actual like you said, you can do sustained hill climbs where you're from.
Yeah,
But like saw coming up to the studio, that's still like a pretty good punchy climb.
Yeah.
That's like a it's more like I said, spring classic riding. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
You know, the cobbles and
Yeah. So like coming from Cleveland to Akron or just riding around in especially like the Detroit Shoreway area, there aren't any big hills, but it's a lot of like, oh, you're going down for 20 feet and you're going up for 20 feet constantly. Whereas, unless you're on single track doing mountain biking in Arizona, my experience is there's a fair amount of generally pretty flat, but there's also like a lot of sustained climbs and then sustained descents. And especially if you're doing a gravel ride, you might get like 3 or 4 pretty sustained climbs and a ride.
yeah.
Chuckles has a question for Arizona riders.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm not sure what
Goat
the
heads?
question is.
Goat heads.
With a
I
drink.
clarify this for me.
With
Goat
and
heads! Exclamation point. I can speak to goat heads a little bit, but then you say I think this is what the hell and drink. I don't know exactly what that means, but goat heads are terrible. And
What are goat heads? Like
so it's
baby
like
heads?
these little it's like these little
Cactus,
they're like
right?
no, they're not even cactus. They're like they come off of a weed, I think. They almost look like tiny rocks, but they have thorns like 4 different ways out of them, and they often fall into the road, like a paved road. So they cause flats for a lot of road cyclists, especially. It's not a huge deal if you're running tubeless on like a gravel bike or whatever, but
What is CCP?
CCCP is
Soviet Union.
the Soviet Union. In Soviet Russia, bike ride you.
Is there a Wonder Saxon German village?
Where you see that? Oh, Wundersex.
Wunder.
That's,
Wunder.
That's from Eurotrip.
Yes. Oh, there we go. Grandview infrastructure is decent. Westgate and Hiller are terrible for bikes. And Jay Danny's
Don't
feeling
disagree
about it.
with that, Dylan. Don't disagree at all. Like, Hilliard is not far, but the roads are not super safe, in my opinion, for bikes. It's bikeable if you're brave, I suppose, is the thing I would say. Yes, Chuckles. Goat heads make everyone angry. They're awful. I'm not allowed to curse yet, but goat heads are terrible.
Oh, we could show our ride from tonight.
Oh yeah,
Show mine.
the top speed.
Well, it's blocked by us.
Lanky said
Oh, that's
31 and a half.
Okay.
There we go.
We're just giving Dandy what he wants.
Yeah. So we wrote. Yeah. So studio's here. Downtown Cuyahoga Falls, Route 8 gravel. And so when we're along Route 8, Rusty was kind of like, it's still kind of cool because urban gravel, but you're like,
It's
windy, you're out
Yeah.
there.
it like
Hungry.
surface wise, that section was similar to a lot of Arizona gravel, except there's grass instead of cactus.
Then you break off here and it gets kind of cool, right? You know, like that's where you're like, it's industrial gravel still. You're behind buildings, but you don't feel like you're almost anywhere. How would you, like, for someone who's not familiar with that, like once we break away from Route 8, what does that look like to you?
Oh,
Just like
yeah,
crazy back
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like
Mad Max?
no. It just kind of reminded me of like if somebody decided to drive through the woods and they did it enough to wear down a path.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it
cutting up-
wasn't super bumpy. There were sticks here and there, but it was just dirt. It's great.
hit a little bit of the Freedom Trail, then we went downtown, met Ben.
Thanks, Pudgy.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Had dinner and
Don't
drinks.
tease me with a good time.
Went to the bike shop, had dinner and drinks, and we thought we'd dropping down through Lock 4, which some of you were on the industrial gravel ride. Rusty decided he wanted to see if he could do the crazy steep inclines, which are fun to go up and down, right?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful down there. It's
You
such
need
a
a
weird.
dropper. You definitely like want a dropper to go down
Yeah.
that.
I only will do it on my gravel bike, even though it's tall, because I just know how comfortable and I can
Yeah.
lean off the back. But
Yeah.
yeah, that would be dropper territory if you're on. I've only done it on one road bike, was my Viscount, and I was wasted. They actually had a concert going on there, and the guy on stage called me out. He was like, "I've always wanted to see someone do that." And I was like halfway
Yeah.
down. Then all of a sudden, I was like, I still made it, but that moment, like being put on the spot, it was Chris Horn. I thought I was gonna kill myself,
Yeah.
you know, like go over the bars. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh. Then, so we rode the downtown gravel.
I just want to interrupt really quickly.
Go for
Dylan, they do make truck nuts for bikes, and they glow.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to give Jay Danny what he wants. He's a good he's a solid guest. Solid tunes in for the episodes. We just had to get some maps up there for Dandy, you know. Yeah, Summit Lake, that's really cool too. So that's like, as you can see, that was amusement parks for the rich of Akron back in the day, and now it's like
Yeah.
Section 8. But you could see how it was like a boardwalk.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was nice, and I was really impressed by like the part where I went down the stairs and whatever, like the little, waterfalls and whatnot in there. That was cool.
yeah.
That was nice.
You're like, I always say, like, we need to market this. This is like something that is like, would be, people from out,
Yeah.
you would come in and you'd be like, this is awesome. Like, this is like a
Yeah.
cool space. Like,
Well, like I said, so I was reading that book with my ears because I am incompetent. I was reading a book. Both of those things. I was reading it with my ears. It's called Walkable Cities. Off the top of my head, by Jeff Speck. He's got a lot of TED Talks if you want to save yourself the time on reading the book. But in the book, he calls out Akron, and it was written in like 2015 or something. So obviously a lot has changed since then. But he calls out Akron and like, hey, they're doing a lot of good, but there's 2 blocks of they messed up here. They need to work on that.
Yeah.
And I'm not familiar enough with Akron to know what blocks he's talking about, so I can't speak to that a ton. But I mean, I think a lot of, especially like Midwest cities are improving a lot because people are moving out. Like I said, I was stopping at bike shops to see what the riding was like in as far as not only recreation but commuting. And one guy told me, people are moving out of Cleveland, and so the land is really cheap. So the cities are buying up that land and putting in bike infrastructure, whereas cities like Phoenix, they're still growing, so the land is more expensive and it's harder to put that stuff in unless they did it initially, which don't totally agree with that because the lanes are like 1,000 feet wide. Whatever. I don't want to get into that. It's so hard to like break yourself away from car culture, and it's intentionally hard.
yeah, and like we're in strong. We've talked about strong towns before.
Yeah.
And they said everywhere he was saying everywhere he travels, the one thing they all have in common, they say we're not Detroit, and he says you're not yet. You all followed their model, and what's hit Detroit is hitting you now.
Yeah.
And Akron's the same way. We laid down that freeway, the inner belt, right through the city, but now we've decommissioned it and we're taking it back.
Yeah.
We've torn out Main Street. We've torn out these huge barriers that were all for just to make cars feel more safe, and they're like putting in the protected bike lanes. They're the stuff that like as an experienced cyclist may not always be our favorite thing, but that make a city more livable. Like you own your street.
I mean,
It's not for the people who are just trying to get from point A to point B. It's for the people who live there.
Yeah.
That's how you need to build a street.
Right.
It's,
you want something that's quiet-ish, human-sized, human scale, and like not intimidating for people to walk or ride a bike or whatever. And you want efficient public transit. That's what makes land values high. I mean, if you look at any city across the country where good public transit pops up, good businesses pop up, land values go up, people want to move there. So, I've been really impressed with Cleveland over the last, 5 days since I've been here. all the things that didn't exist when I moved away. I'm like, this is so much different. This is
Bike
amazing.
Cleveland-
And it's also a different perspective because I didn't ride a ton when I lived here before, but it's still like I know that a lot of these things didn't exist when I lived here before, and so I've been
Cleveland
really
vegan.
impressed. I feel
Yeah.
they opened like 3 months before I moved away. But I
Bike
wasn't vegan
Cleveland
at
is a
the time.
powerhouse. Like they are
Yeah.
like advocates. They are like text us if there's something in the bike lanes. Like
Yeah.
they are, and like they got the lanes on the Carnegie Bridge.
Right.
Like they have been like a powerhouse there.
Yeah.
And we're like, we need that in Akron. Like someone to. And Akron like the government believes in it, but there's just so much pushback. You only have so many political, so many political points you could spend,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
so and
And if you go if a politician is brave enough to go all in on that, they have to really get voter turnout that are in support of that, because there's always going to be those people that live in the exurbs that are like, I don't want to change my ways. Like I live too far away to bike, or I'm too lazy to bike, or whatever it might be, that are going to be like,
see,
they're going to turn out to vote against that.
Well, see, here's the thing in Akron, like you don't vote in Akron if you don't live in Akron. So like the people in Fair Lawn and all the suburbs, even where I grew up, we have freeways that circumvent the city. Like, but people drive the path of least resistance. So people drive down Market Street in Akron all the time
Yeah.
because it's easy to do, because it's 5 lanes. And I'm like, let's close it off. Take the freeway. Like, let's not make our city the people who spend no money here, who don't work here, like. And then Fausto was talking about your city park manager has come and spoken here in Akron, and that dude is brilliant. I can't think of his name right now, but he says the same thing. He's the guy who closed down Times Square, and people like, not my scene, but people love it now. And he keeps bumping out the streets. He was like, let's make these livable spaces, and he's done that all over New York City, and people love it. And
Yeah.
people in New York don't drive their cars.
Right.
Only the rich drive their cars
Right.
in New
Same
York.
in Portland and Seattle. Like they make it hard to drive. They make it inconvenient to drive, and so people walk and bike.
And when
then-
you're traveling, where do
Yeah.
you want to be? Are you like, I love this place because I could park my car right in front of it?
Yeah.
No, that's not where you want to
Exactly.
go. You want to
It-
go somewhere where you could walk
yeah,
around.
you want to go somewhere where you don't have to spend the money on a car.
When I traveled with my family, like we would go and walk around the marinas and all those places. Let's get back into the comments.
Yeah,
right?
you're fine. You're fine. Pudgy's just really trying to rub it in right now.
With what?
Soon enough, Pudgy.
You have
Yes.
a Bo Jackson?
No, that's the point.
Oh, that's
yeah,
the
he's
joke.
like,
Wait, so you have a Krampus?
I have a Krampus,
Midnight
single
Special.
speed, rigid Krampus. I have a Midnight Special. That's
Is that a
my
1x?
road bike. It's a 1x.
What size tires do you run on that?
I got 650B by 47 Vittoria Torino dries.
I love that you consider that a road bike. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean that's my like. All right, I'm going to ride gravel, but I'm going to ride 10 miles of gravel, and I'm going to ride 40 miles of gravel there and back. you
That's so modern to say
Yeah.
your 47
Yeah.
millimeter tires are your road bike.
Yeah.
Like I run 42s on my gravel bike. I'm like, oh, it's a capable road
Yeah.
bike too. But
know? Yeah.
and then you have your salsa. You have a salsa.
I have a
too.
Salsa Fargo. That's like my
Fargo.
primary
This one- oh,
bike
is that
packing
this-
bike.
Pink bike is a Fargo or
Cutthroat. Yonda has a Fargo.
Yargo? Yeah.
The Fargo is
Yargo.
the titties.
Yeah.
The Fargo is
Yeah, that's a
the titties.
What's the model of this Kona right here?
That's a Kona Sutra LTD.
Okay.
Yeah.
This bike?
Yeah.
So is that all your bikes?
That's all my bikes. Yeah.
Should we talk about this bike?
Should we talk
show this
about the bike?
Show it on the camera.
Is there any?
It's dirty.
Well, you were on the Towpath all day. So.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you want to jump in here and go through this?
Sure.
This way.
So,
So this is the Karma Sutra.
Karma Sutra, Kona Sutra, Kama Sutra. It's horny.
Do you know how to adjust this?
No.
All right.
Just smack.
Headphone people. Chill. There we go.
Is it 10 o'clock yet? Oh, it's 9:59. I can almost curse.
Should we take the break before we do this?
Yes.
Are you gonna run across the street and buy more beer while we do this? Or should I?
I can.
Somebody needs to.
All right. Let's thank the members first, and Jessmon and Tony Scarpitti, right? What's Tony's name? Tony from.
Yes.
Yeah, Tony Scarpitti. I have not added you to this animation yet, but it doesn't mean I don't
Dylan,
appreciate you.
I want to do a bike rafting trip. Let's do it. Okay, Piddle.
I just want to take a quick moment during this break to thank our channel members. Their financial support really does make it possible to do this many live streams and produce this many videos. So thanks a lot. If you're interested in joining, we could drop a link on the screen in the chat right now that you could check out and follow that link and join the channel and get some special perks too. Anyways, thanks to everybody else too for tuning in. I really enjoyed doing this. Check out the merch store and also drop a like on this video. Thanks, every little bit helps. We will be back in a couple minutes.
I wanna tune a boat. Give me tune a boat. I wanna tune a boat. Give me tune a boat.
Hello. Oh, so the question of who asked it?
Pudgy, I don't know what you're talking about, but get at me.
So we're talking about is the Fargo better than the Cutthroat, and I have a friend who has both, but you have an opinion on this too.
I mean, so I can speak to the differences. I'm well versed in kind of what the Cutthroat is, although I have not ridden one. And it's after 10, so I can do this now.
Now we're free to.
So the Fargo, the main difference is obviously the frame material. The Fargo, they make it in Thai, but it's primarily like most of them that you'll see is steel.
Was Thai, right?
Steel. Yeah. So primarily you're going to see it in steel. So it's heavier, but it fits 29 by 3. So it fits way bigger tires.
Oh, mountain bike tires.
Yeah. I mean, they call it a drop bar mountain bike.
Fago. We met a guy from Australia once. My friend Brad was on a salsa, and he walked up to us like, "Is that the new Fago?" And we were like, "What?"
Yeah.
Can't do a good Australian
I
accent, but
hey,
anyway.
I like Aussie Man reviews. If you Aussie Man reviews, if you watch that. Anywho, yeah, it fits 29x3, so it has a lot of tire versatility for bike packing. The geometry is slightly more mountain bikey than the Cutthroat. It's obviously heavier, and you can mount more shit on it than the Cutthroat.
I
But
think if I was gonna get salsa, I think I'd get the War Road.
no,
No,
get out of here.
that's the bike. That's
Get out of your own house.
Well, because I also ride the bike that's contemporaneous to
Yeah,
that, which
yeah.
is the, Raleigh Tamland, and those are the two first like gravel specific bikes.
The Warbird?
Oh, yeah, the Warbird. Yeah, the Warbird.
The War Road is like, so if the Warbird,
What's the clearance on the War Road? I think it fit 42s, right?
I think it fits 47s.
Yeah, see,
I don't know.
Why would you need?
But it's the geometry that's different. The Warbird is much more. It's not mountain bike slack for sure, but
Yeah.
it's way more slack than the War Road.
Yeah, see, I want a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I mean-
the War Road is the War Road is like the Midnight Special, where it is genuinely, it's a road bike geometry that can
With
fit
clearance.
bigger tire. Yeah.
That's what I like. Yeah,
So
put a little spacers, a couple spacers in there. But you said War Road is the pickleball of the
Yep.
salsa lineup. You guys are liars. Oh, let's look at this bike.
okay. All right. So.
So why did you decide to fly? First off, why did you fly with this one out here? Because we talked. You have two
so
Surleys and a
Yeah.
salsa. So why did you bring this bike?
yeah. So the Krampus is obviously not a great bike to like ride around town. It's a single speed rigid. It's not great for that. And the Midnight Special is probably a little faster, but it's not quite as versatile, and I can't carry as much stuff on it. And the Fargo is I have 2.6s on there, and the gearing is super low. Like 3411 is my fast gear, so it's not very fast. Hell yeah, I just had that Sunday. That's good stuff. I love it. Large March coming through. It's Jackie O's. Yeah, so this bike fits, pretty big tires. I've got 700 by 50 on it, and they don't match because the rear tire wore out before the front one, and they don't make the orange and brown anymore. So the brown's colors are going to go away eventually. That front tire's on its last leg, but whatever. YOLO. I can carry a bunch of stuff on here. It's pretty fast on the road for a gravel bike.
But those are wide. Those are gravel kings. How wide are those?
700 by 50.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
50. I didn't realize those are.
50.
I've never seen gravel kings that wide. I know they sell them at the shop.
Yeah. 50.
You know.
I'm missing out on the comments, so Rusty didn't bring his folder. I don't know what that means. Large Marge is back.
Yeah, Large Marge did go to the drive-thru. He wore his shoes. He wore my shoes, actually.
Tim's a closet roadie. That's probably accurate.
I was looking. So this is a full chrome alley steel bike. Do they say?
Steel AF.
Do they say what the steel is? It's just double-butted steel. Do they?
I think it's Kona's proprietary P2 steel. I don't know. That's what it says on for
So
it.
it's probably the same Taiwanese steel wheel, right?
Probably.
Good, good. I'm not. That's
Yeah.
not a negative. That's
Yeah.
just.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a touring bike frame. So the Kona Sutra and the Kona Sutra LTD are the exact same frame, just with different components.
Oh, really?
So the Sutra.
That's they consider it a touring bike. Is that their
Yeah.
it is?
So the Sutra is a 3x9, I want to say, and it comes with rear rack, front rack, and I think it comes with a front bag, if I'm not mistaken.
Because this bike has all the mounts.
This
Triple on
bike
the floor.
this bike has all the mounts. Yeah, so the frame is the exact same as the Sutra, like the touring bike frame. So it's you know, kind of thick. If you look at it, it's got thicker steel tubing, but it's still pretty smooth and it performs exceptionally well, I think, when loaded up. You know, when I go do my stuff where I wear green and play on the weekends and don't like it. When I go do that stuff, you know, I've loaded up a ton of my gear, and it handles fantastically riding, you know, 20 miles through Phoenix with, you know, what seems to be, I've never weighed the bike with all the gear on there that I take to that stuff, but what seems to be, you know, 70 pounds of gear handles just fine.
Is it that heavy unloaded?
I think unloaded it's 27-ish pounds, give or take. And
so
it comes
still for touring, so it is.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's not like thin.
Yeah,
double button.
correct, yeah. So it comes with 700 by 50 WTB Ventures. I swapped those out for the Gravel Kings. I think the Gravel Kings grip a little bit better in the you know, the Arizona dirt. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of single track that is very gravel friendly in the area, and then there's a lot of gravel that's mountain bike esque. You know, so it works out.
So what your group set is? What is that? SRAM Rival?
That is a Rival 1x11, 10 to 42 in the back, and 36 on the front.
36 on the front.
36 on the front, and then I've got the you know, SPD Shimano dual-sided pedals, and you know, they're kind of corny or whatever, but I love them.
What is the crank set?
Race face
Race face.
affect, however you pronounce that.
What bars are you running on there?
There's a P&W Coast bars, and they're phenomenal. I
They're
love
really
them.
wide and kind
Yeah,
of like.
50 or 52. I don't remember off the top of my head.
But the drops are kind of straight for.
They're
bars.
shallow. They're not super flared. And I've got the Coast stem on there as well, which allows me to mount lights real nice like. I've got the Rogue Panda bag. Most of the time I'm running an Oveja Negra half frame bag on here, but I took that off. I didn't really feel like I needed it a ton. I've got the Ortlieb fork packs up here. I brought them with me, but I haven't had to use them yet. At this point, I'm guessing I won't have to, but I brought them just in case. They weigh nothing. Wolf Tooth, whatever pack. I don't know what this is called, but I put my tools in there.
Cambium saddle.
Cambium
what that
saddle C15. It's got the flex. Look at that. And it's not leather. I got a bunch of treats in here. I got my light that I carry. You know, it's usually on my saddlebag or my seat post, but it's getting the stand, so I took it off. What else? I don't know. What else can I say about this bike?
Well, you're running the Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist
pack
bag.
And green out because they haven't had that for a while, right?
I got that like 6 months ago. I don't know.
So what's your toughest gear is that's 30.
3610.
And you're cool with that? That's one of the things I feel
Yeah.
like I couldn't give up. I made the video about the 2x. And
Yeah, I mean-
we were hauling ass. We
Yeah,
were
I mean, we're going 31, 32 miles an hour.
on a downhill. Like you were pedaling in. You passed me.
Yeah.
I caught you back on the hill, but
Because I was like, all right, I'm done. And then you started to catch up to me. I was like, I gotta fucking go.
I got
God
in the
damn
draft
it.
and I felt.
I was like, fucking damn it.
Yeah. So,
Um,
Lars always tells me that I could run a smaller groups and I could give up the 2x.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I can spin as fast. You must have been spinning pretty freaking quick, though.
Yeah, I don't really spin out a whole lot on this, and you know, living in Arizona, I have a lot of downhills. Unless it's a real steep one, I don't spin out on this.
See, I was pedaling in 50-11 when I caught you,
Yeah,
and so you're pedaling in. What you said? It was
3610.
3610.
Yeah,
When you calculate that, I know 10. I don't think the 10 is that big.
there's websites we can go to
Yeah, we'll look into that.
to calculate it.
Are they asking any
questions about the
Yeah,
build
I was
so
gonna
far?
say, like, I've never seen one that wide. Pudgy, you know, Tim is, he's been sheltered his whole life. Cambium for the win, love it. I've looked at the Fargo before, maybe I'll take another look. It is a bit cheaper than, it's quite a bit cheaper than the Cutthroat because steel instead of carbon.
Steel is real.
Steel is real, and you can throw, you know, 700 by like, or I guess 29 by, you know, 2.1, 2.2 on there, and you know, still move pretty fast. My Fargo has kind of a Frankenstein group set on there, but the Apex that the current one comes with is probably fine.
So you have to do all that weird tapping because it's SRAM though, right?
SRAM is better than SRAM is better than Shimano by a lot.
But SRAM, you just push the buttons the way you want them to go, and
Would you like
Shimano
me to
you
show
do.
you?
but on SRAM you have to like double tap and push back and all this
No,
weird
no,
shit.
it's so. All right, we're in the middle of the cassette. Here we go, bud. Oh well, I'll wait. He's looking at a picture. Here we go. Up. That makes it harder.
All right,
That makes it easier.
already lost. already lost.
So easy. I love it. I don't have to like worry about like, oh, I got 2 levers and 1. Fuck all that.
You can't math.
I
too
can't count to
hard.
2. Can't count to 2.
Too bad Dylan's. Is Dylan still?
I don't know.
Oh no, he is. Yeah. Oh, he runs the same gearing on
Yeah.
travel like Dylan said.
Dylan, is it also SRAM Rival or is it Force or?
Are you running a real group set like Shimano?
Probably not. I'm pretty sure he runs Axis.
When I went back through your comments, like when I was like, oh, some good photos to pull up by Rusty. I saw where you were like, like there was one where it was like, SRAM is better, or SRAM greater than Shimano, like the simple.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was like, wrong. But,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dylan runs Axis because he apparently has money. I don't know.
yeah. I think he's electronic.
Rick asked, "What's that bag sit on? Are you talking about the front bag or this fucking thing?"
I think he has to be talking about the front bag.
that's
which
my
Cyclist,
assumption.
you don't run them on anything.
Yeah, so it's got
That's the
like
great
a
thing
couple. Can you zoom in here?
Yep.
So it's got like a couple foam spacers on each strap on the bar, and then same thing down here. It's just got a foam spacer. So if you're not careful, you load it up too much, something like that, it can sag quite a bit.
So what I've done is I've glued a paint stick to that plastic piece in here, right where the spacers hit. And I use 3
Yeah, I think
spacers 'cause
after
I ride
today-
real forward, and that like really like it gives it rigidity if it's
Yeah.
not packed full.
I
But
mean-
2, two is the handlebar spacing. You could still get your hands in there.
Yeah,
Still put your
you can see it's you know kind of sagging around my head tube. So
But you still don't have to use a rack, which is
yeah,
the amazing thing
I'm
about
gonna
stuff.
put something firmer in there, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be a good night then.
Hell yeah.
Large? Nothing? From Roger?
Rick, Kona's customer service is like playing pickleball with a turd. Well, I bought this bike from the shop that I work at, so maybe I get a little bit special treatment. I don't know.
Yeah, I know Rick has had
genuinely
problem with
don't know.
Kona, but
Yeah,
I have no experience, so I can't judge.
I'm fucking up your light strip here, man. I'm sorry.
I bought that to
fidget with
think I could
things.
make a fake neon light. So
Dylan runs SRAM Exa1 derailleur with a micro shift bar end. Bar
all Greek.
ends
It's all Greek
just seem like not the thing for me.
oh, what about the mounts? You and Large were talking about these.
Yeah. So, the what's that brand called? Ortlieb. Yeah. Hey, Pudgy, my bag's not as saggy as Rick's. Yeah, the I have the Ortlieb bags. Those are, I have Ortlieb panniers as well. And the Ortlieb panniers have not held up as well as I expected, but still pretty well.
Really?
Yeah, I have a hole in one of them. It's very frustrating for me. But I currently live in a place where I don't have to worry about a lot of water, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's the thing around here, but I need more waterproof bags.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah. If we move back here, I'm gonna have to patch it up or something because it's out of warranty now anyway. What was I about to talk about? Fucking somebody had a question, but I forgot. So, if I didn't answer it and you had a question, get at me.
It's after 10, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a leak, so could you, in case we do a paint
Is Large getting ready to leave?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I carried a laptop, Pudgy. I carried a laptop in my Ortlieb panniers, and I don't know, maybe the corner just like constantly rubbed one spot or something. I don't know. I called them, but I bought it through a special discount program, so that was kind of shit out of luck. What else? Yeah, chains aren't good for that butter off the top stroke. I don't know what that means, but it sounds very sexual. Am I a vampire now too? No, I'm about to eat something with garlic in it. And hey, Dylan, I got this baller ass vegan sandwich I'm about to eat. It's gonna be gross watching me eat on camera, but fucking YOLO. You don't have a choice.
Let's all jump back in here. Come on, Lars.
One thing I do want to mention really quickly. Y'all get the Arundel,
The Grundle?
the Arundel loony bin. It's amazing. I have 4 of them, I think.
Wait, what is this?
So there's
Oh, the bottle cage?
yeah, this bottle cage. So unfortunately, I can't fit another bottle in here super firmly. It won't go all the way down because I've got such a big bottle here.
Who does?
Yeah. So this one, it fits like wine bottles. It's a loony bin, Pudgy.
course,
It fits
Pudgy,
like
yeah.
wine bottles. It almost fits my 64 ounce hydro flask, off-brand hydro flask. It fits a ton of shit. It's awesome. Fucking get them. And that's the bar tape that I have on there as well, Arundel.
Oh.
So
It looks
Yes,
good with
it's
the front.
great.
Your bar tape matches the front tire.
it used to match the back tire as well. It's silicone bar tape, so RSI makes silicone as well, but I prefer the Arundel. It's a little textured, which is nice
For her pleasure.
for her pleasure.
Yeah.
So
Call that.
that's my bike. It's got the stock wheels, stock brakes,
Headset? Was that headset stock?
headset
That
stock.
was an FSA, right?
Yeah, correct. Correct. That is correct.
What's in there?
Vodka.
Good choice. Alright.
My safe word will be whiskey.
Let's see what all the fans are saying.
Pudgy says get the wolf tooth B-Rad thing. So it comes with that bag came with a B-Rad and like a plate, and I don't know, it didn't work out too well for me.
What does William?
Rick said, I'm guessing AZ is murder on a drivetrain. I don't think that's necessarily the case.
The sandy doesn't wear it out because it's dry, so
yeah,
it's not.
dry. You just wipe it down. I clean my bikes once a week if I'm riding them a lot, you know?
I think it's worse here because our towpath and our crushed limestone that gets wet. That stuff is sandpaper.
Yeah, I
on
mean,
your
if
drivetrain.
it's wet, I think definitely worse. But if it's dry, same as Arizona.
yeah. So for
just
us,
dusty.
I think springs are probably worse in Ohio than anything is on an Arizona drivetrain, right?
Rick at the bike shop. So my friend was the manager at the time, and this was during COVID. They just needed help. I told him like, hey, I have very basic mechanic skills. I'm useless to you. And he said, we just need people to like stock, do basic fixes, help out with, you know,
Yeah, Rick.
purchases,
No bike shop.
etc.
Rick, no bike shop is hiring you.
Yeah, I sell, and most of the fixes that I do is tires, like setting up tubeless, replacing tubes, etc. Pudgy, yes. Cool beans. Cool. Beans!
I love that you guys are all making references that I don't understand on it. I feel like Large would.
You who shitheads! I found this bag of fireworks in the men's restroom. Would you like to light them off with me?
Oh, I think I could-
What does grundling mean, Dylan?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
What's a ZJ?
Here we go. Here's a
That's my Fargo.
fag.
That's the race I did like, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago now. Race.
Gravel race.
If we're
so-
calling it, it was not a gravel race. If we're calling it a race, I was DFL. But I wasn't treating it much like a race.
What is that? What is that double pocketed frame? Oh, and you have a top
Rogue
tube bag
Panda.
that match.
Yeah, it's Rogue Panda, both of them.
You've dropped their name a couple of times on this.
Yeah, they're out of Flagstaff. They make good stuff.
Right
Dylan
there.
has Rogue Panda as well.
Oh, that's right. He's the one the custom on his
Yeah,
bike.
that's a custom bag
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Because his bike had that crazy geometry.
Yeah. So yeah, you send them a picture of your bike. So some bikes that are common for them, they already know like the geometry. You don't have to send them a picture or anything. They
Yeah.
just do it. But you know, if they don't have your bike, you just send them a picture of your bike with like a tape measure or a ruler. They give you instructions on how to do it, and they make the bag. They like superimpose that picture on their table where they cut the materials and whatnot. And they just
Fuzzy
sew it
does
up.
that
It's
too.
awesome.
So what do we? So this. What is?
Okay, so that is somewhere in the vicinity of Desert Vista Trailhead, which is kind of far north Phoenix. That's my Krampus. So I've got the Krampus.
So this you have this set up single.
Yeah, I have it set up. Sorry, I didn't know that moved. I have it set up single speed, 3218 off the top of my head, 3018 maybe. So that frame bag is the Revelate that's supposed to fit that perfectly. Got the SDG dropper, the Salsa Firestarter Deluxe fork. I've got the same saddle on that, the C15. So this was before the rain, so it's really dry. I'm sorry, Dylan. It's not up to your fucking standards of like the desert is. It's desert. But yeah, so this is on a really cool trail, really fun, a lot of like climbs and then fun technical, but
Rick wants to know what
sometimes
those
flowy
bars
drops.
were.
I don't know. It's a fucking stock bar.
Oh really? It looks
Yeah.
like a. What does that say? Answer.
Answer. Answer.
Yeah. Pudgy, large nose. So if we go back to that picture really quickly, let's zoom in to the cactus just to the front of the bike. Yeah, that fucking. Those are the goddamn demons. Those are the worst.
These here.
And I went on a climb just after this picture. So those are teddy bear cholla, and the way they like spread their seed or whatever, I don't fucking know.
Why do you have to say it like that? Why do
Yeah.
you have to make us all feel dirty?
Yeah. So the way they spread and reproduce is, if you
Through
just
tubeless
lightly
tires? Oh no.
brush up against one, it will latch onto you and it'll stay. They're like very small barbs on there, but eventually they'll just drop like little balls, or even sometimes it'll be like a chain of balls.
A chain of poles.
Yeah, I know it sounds dirty, whatever. But so right after this picture, maybe a quarter mile, I went on this really tough technical climb, cactus jizz. That's what Rick said. So
Hookthorn.
and Jay Dandy is quoting Archer, which I appreciate.
Where's you when you need him?
So I went on this tough technical climb, and they were just cholla. They were fucking all over the place, like little chunks of cholla, and it was terrible. Spelled chola for those that don't speak the Spanish at all. One of you's about to get your dick hole smashed.
Wait, are you gonna play the Rusty King of the Hill video? Or?
Yeah, we got to get to that.
Yeah.
So that's my midnight special, and I've since made some minor changes to it, but
These colors are my favorite for the midnight special.
yeah, I really
Sorry,
like
Zach,
the
if
color
Zach's
combo.
watching. 'Cause I know Zach watches but doesn't comment sometimes. Chelsea told us. Sorry, Zach, you've been called out.
So
See, a theme with the last couple of bikes is the Fargo's red. The
Fargo's
Krampus-
orange.
Yeah, what do you
Oh.
just have like a?
Krampus's or
Are you just like a
Krampus
total
is
right
red.
winger?
if only, if only,
Anything.
I would fit in so much better in Phoenix.
Anywho.
Uh,
Oh yeah, and then you changed these decals too.
Yeah. So I got the Knox wheels. The shop I work at had them sitting around, and I was like, I want some new wheels. Snatch them up. So I got those. I haven't really done anything else to this bike. I swapped out the bars I put the bars that used to be on my A-wall.
You thought that? Do you think that bar tape was a good choice?
Yeah,
It matches
definitely.
so
It's the same bar tape as that one, just yellow.
On the red. You
So
didn't pass on that.
I got hit by a car riding my A-wall, and the bars are pretty much the only thing that survived. So I threw those on there. They're more flared than the cow chippers that came on the
Oh, the cup. Yeah.
midnight special. So this is at Brown's Ranch, which Micah has talked about before.
Yeah.
A lot of trails at Brown's Ranch are on the Foles Loop, so that's kind of where this is. It's in that area.
Oh yeah,
Same
that's
thing.
one of the spots, right?
Yeah, so this is Jackass Junction. That's at McDowell Mountain Regional Park. In fact, the last picture may have also been at McDowell Mountain Regional Park. They're very similar.
So it's like the one shaded spot in Arizona.
It's one of few in the desert, at least. When you go up north, there's a lot of trees.
That's a
and
good
there's lot
joke,
of
right?
shade.
Come on, man, come on, help me out. Play me off,
Yeah, so
Johnny.
this is Jackass Junction. It's about half. There's a trail called Pemberton. It's a 15.5-mile loop, and this is about halfway around that loop. The original one was built of like sticks and logs and like natural things that were there, and a storm blew it down. So mostly mountain bikers, but there were some trail runners involved as well. Rebuilt it as this. You know, you can see a little skeleton up there. There's a bunch of like ornaments hanging. Some of them are beer cans, some of them are bike stuff. But my favorite thing is that they built this. They built like a little bike maintenance stand, which is awesome, and those exist in some cities on just paved bike paths and whatnot.
Here
In
they're just
Phoenix, that's the only one that I've ever seen. So it's well out of the way.
Jackass Junction.
Jackass Junction. You can see the skeleton there is giving you the bird.
Yeah, that's actually.
Dylan says Tim.
Bam Margera.
Tim asking Rusty about his bike while looking at Ben, and then Tim looks at Ben to make sure he's saying the correct part of the bike. That's a stem, right?
Rick, clipless in the desert. What's wrong with that? That's not crazy. Dylan says that skeleton is me in the desert. You are a pasty motherfucker.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
fine. You're pastier than I am, and that's saying a lot.
You see his veins in the sun. That's for sure.
It's not red enough.
Not red enough.
Oh, that's my house.
Oh, this is when you first put the.
That's when I first got it.
That just downloaded like trying to watch porn in the 90s.
Yeah, in the 90s. That's my house.
With the bike, I think is what that
that's the that's my bike in front of my house. I think it has a 40 in the front and a 1042 in the back. Cable brakes.
Like the
Nothing-
low rider light mount.
Yeah, I like that as well. It's
You're running the bag you have in this bike.
I need a just like a mount that goes into the axle. You know, I've seen those. I don't know what the fuck
yeah.
they're called, but then you mount it vertically on the side of the. Yeah, I need that.
Jaden Anderson notices the veins. What? I can't even remember why you guys all originally started thinking I was a vampire.
That was Rusty.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That was.
You are a vampire.
Oh, and you're real close.
Oh, that
to me.
reminds me. I'm hungry.
You're about to,
I got a jackfruit sandwich, Dylan.
you're about to
Deal
honk.
with it.
You're about to honk.
About to get his jack on.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get his jack off.
No promises.
They
What
can't see
else?
this yet.
What else are we looking at here?
You honking? What are you honking?
A barbecue jackfruit sandwich. Oh, go up. Okay,
This
no,
one?
down. That one. So this is at Papago Park. It's about like 5 miles outside of downtown Phoenix, and there's these, there's a whole dirt jump park there. This is just like the best picture I could get of it.
Zoom in on the jump.
Calm
Up in
down.
the upper left corner, that there's a bunch of buttes. Most of those are part of the Phoenix Zoo.
This part?
No, up.
Up.
Yeah. Up.
The butts.
Yeah.
Oh, the butts.
Yeah, most of those are part of the Phoenix Zoo. I mean, I think they look super cool from afar.
Oh, we're back. We're back on the internet.
Can y'all hear us and see us? Rick, there are places that are non-technical, but most of it, I would say anybody not from like Arizona would consider it technical. Yes, it's very rocky.
Oh, so you think Arizona is the only technical place in the world, huh?
I said most people, not all people.
I'm just
Arizona.
using
No,
your
no,
words.
yeah.
I'm just using your words.
You drinking all those motherfuckers?
What?
Is there another one around?
Right here.
All right,
I'll grab another.
fuck me up.
You're not driving.
I'm not. Cars are bullshit. Fuck cars.
All right, so let's find the next.
There's cool jumps there though. If you're-
Apache Wash Trail, North Phoenix. Any good?
Who said that?
Yeah.
Chuckles.
Who said that?
Chuckles. Apache Wash Trail. It depends on if you're talking about Apache Wash Trail proper or the trailhead and all of the trails around it. Sidewinder is awesome out there. Ocotillo is pretty cool. Jesus.
That was smooth.
Let's get him about 6 more beers. Yeah, Badger Brawl and Cliff Walk and stuff like that, lame. So, I mean, yeah, there's cool trails out there. The climbs are tough. This is also at Papago Park, this picture.
That's racist.
Hole in the Rock.
No.
Hole in the Rock is a very famous tourist destination. They go out there. You can like go down through this little hole and sit there and watch the sunset. So that's a thing. That's the orange Oveja Negra bag that I usually carry on there. And then this is my commuter bike most of the time. So that front rack is what I usually use for commuting.
European in the UK said, "Hi, what do you think of the Genesis Vagabond bicycle for touring?"
I don't know that bike.
You know it, Ben? Bike
Nope.
shop guy?
Nope.
Pudgy. Holler at me about that jackfruit.
Jackfruit?
Yeah.
Is Pudgy going to meet us on Thursday? Is he going to just quit his job? Like,
Pudgy, meet us on Thursday.
Pudgy sounds like... Pudgy, why don't you quit that job that ruined your life? Right? Can we all have an intervention on Pudgy and his work life? Or not? No? You're not going to get my back?
So,
Alright.
Chuckles, one thing I do want to say is
Keep doing it then.
Apache Wash, you can link up to Desert Vista, which is, those are some of my favorite trails. I'm talking with food in my mouth. It's very rude on the internet, especially.
Now, I thought you
seen
specifically
this-
bought this
this
sandwich
trail?
because it's a vegan sandwich, and you
I
wanted to
eat
rub it in
I
Dylan's
wanted to
face
eat it in
that you were
front of
having in a
Dylan.
moment.
Yeah, it's correct.
I mean, I think that's
Uh,
every word you uttered when you
yeah,
bought it.
that's
go,
correct.
You ate a vegan sandwich, you enjoyed it, then you're like, I'm going to get
I knew I
one
was
more to
gonna be
eat on the
hungry again.
stream because I want to make Dylan jealous of this delicious sandwich.
Yep,
I think that's pretty much what you said out loud. Right,
yep,
Jordan?
yep, pretty much. So anywho, Apache Wash, you can link up to the Desert Vista area trails, which
Should I leave this photo up while we
that's
talk about this,
primo
or no?
stuff. I don't know. You want to go to another one?
Is this what you're talking about?
No, I got.
from Arizona.
I went back to another one.
Like
I
I
ride-
ride.
I went back to a previous conversation.
King of the Hill.
All right.
Here you are becoming a
Scientologist.
yeah.
Again, this is at Papago Park. That's Governor Hunt's tomb. Governor Hunt was, I don't know, he served more terms than any other governor in Arizona or some shit. First governor of Arizona, if I remember correctly.
If you want to sound more intelligent, just drop the some shit part.
No, can't do it. It's a cool spot though. Cool
Yeah,
spot, and
that's
you
cool.
can see, Phoenix, downtown
I think
Phoenix in the
that's where
background.
The founders like fuck the Masons, and that's how we have a country.
I'm gonna use the mouse real quick. You can see, downtown Phoenix right over here. The
Oh, so
zoo
they
is
put it-
like right
so they put
here-ish.
Phoenix that close to that pyramid.
Yep, definitely.
We could zoom. Oh,
There's a cactus that kind of looks like a dick.
Yeah, so Phoenix was built next to this pyramid so that the founders
Yep,
could put money on the dollar bill. And,
correct. Yep, it's the
And the
Illuminati.
Masons run everything.
Illuminati.
And that's why you never get vaccinated.
Correct.
Yeah, got it.
Except get vaccinated. Everybody, if you're not vaccinated, get fucking vaccinated.
No, I think you're misrepresenting what I'm trying to say.
How many aliens?
If you
At
have to,
6.
if you have to ask, you can't afford it. I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
A bunch of your beer stuff, Oh, wait, that's because that awful researching. Oh, I mean, not get that off. I mean. Yeah, it's just a couple guys hanging out talking about bikes.
yep, a couple, 3. There's some Indian food. There's
Yeah,
some
go back up to that. What were those balls?
cauliflower.
So here we have another picture
Yeah,
of
we're gonna show
your
this one.
another picture of your bad bar tape job on a cool bike.
This
That was
was
a midnight special before I got the cool carbon wheels.
pre.
So you actually made a bad decision about the bar tape before you had the wheels.
That's a great decision about the bar tape. That shit is amazing.
You think that looks good with the red?
Hell yeah.
Large?
Hell yeah.
Large opinion?
No.
Like the high vis, is this a problem you thought that would keep oncoming traffic away from you, or?
Fine. I don't care what you guys think.
There was no other options? Like it was a deal, it was a discount, like, you know.
What color would you have me put on there, Tim?
Any,
If you say black, I will poop in your face.
well, black would look good on there.
And I'm out.
All right, let's get some more mount. Oh, we've talked about this.
Yeah. Mm,
Oh, here we go.
I need to see the comment on this picture to remember it. I think I know where this is. Okay.
Oh, this is your salsa, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right?
This is in the Phoenix Mountains Preserve, so it's a big mountain park like 3 miles from my house.
So wait, this is, well, it's not single speed.
That's single track. It's
Fargo.
not single speed.
Oh, this is a Fargo.
Uh-huh.
So this is the bike for riding like this kind of terrain you guys have out there.
That's my bike packing bike, but I used to have a commuter that day.
Cool looking route there.
See, I don't know why Dylan hates the desert. This looks amazing,
That's
right?
pretty cool. That's pretty cool
No
stuff.
offense, Dylan. Like I love
Offense,
that.
Dylan.
No. I love that Dylan has his like. He has like I think I love this about like everyone who loves bikes. Like we all have our own like rules that we just like fall into that we think are cool. You know what I mean? And like Dylan putting clampers on a titanium bike, and people are like, "Oh, that makes you a weight weenie," but he puts heavy brakes on a titanium bike because he's like, "I want to get them from a small maker." Like I love that he has a perspective that he brings to cycling, you know, and like I just think that's cool, right? And I think you have your own like kind of thing. I have my own. I love my vintage bike looks. I can't deal without a double diamond frame. Like that's what I want to ride my bike all the time. Like we all generally agree. Like we all want to ride bikes on this trail, right? You know.
I'd ride that.
Come on out. Well, I'll show you the way.
Oh, there's some freeze frame. Did we?
Rick said Rusty got hit by a car.
Don't
That
put it out
explains
with
a
your
lot.
boot, Ted.
Do we need a? Oh,
Don't tell me my
shit.
business, devil woman.
Do we need to talk about your getting hit by a bike story?
I mean, it's
Getting
not a
hit by a
very
Oh,
bike.
car.
yeah, it's not a very interesting story. I can tell it. You know. Cool.
That's gross, even when it's fake. So should we not tell this story?
He called the shit poop. Don't tell me my business, devil woman. Yeah, so I mean, I love this particular spot now that I'm remembering where it is.
Dylan's
It's-
taking off, so let's quick goodbye to Dylan.
Dylan, my vegan homie. Goodbye.
Dylan fucking rules. He's one of the
Except he
nicest.
doesn't like the desert, so ipso facto he sucks.
I was trying to stir the pot. Meeting Dylan a few times in real life, he's one of my favorite people. He is like, and two, like a vegan who doesn't drink. Like two of the things, like I drink way too much.
Holier than me.
And, yeah, and
for
I eat a
sure,
lot of
'cause
meat.
I
And it's
drink
like,
a lot of alcohol.
I love riding bikes with that dude. He reminded me of you when riding, because he was like, his riding style looked a lot like yours, like, and like fearless on the gravel, fearless on the descents. So, I
Dylan, we
think
got to
you
ride
two-
together, ipso facto.
you two riding wise would get along very well. Like,
I mean, we'd probably get along
Yeah.
very well. regardless.
And yeah, he's just a good human being.
He has cool
yeah.
tats. He's vegan. He rides bikes. Even though he hates running in the desert, I'm pretty sure
He hates running
we'd
in the
be fine.
desert,
I'm
but
pretty sure
most of
we'd
us
get
hate
along
running,
well.
and most of us.
Only the douchebags hate running. You hear me?
Yeah.
So
Screaming out to the internet.
it's there now. Dylan, I love you. So yeah, now that I'm kind of remembering where this is on Trail 8, in the Phoenix Mountains Preserve.
Oh, the heck.
The PMP.
The PMP, pimpin' every day. It's pimpin'. So that trail straight, you know, you can see this trail that kind of bends to the left. That one's fine.
Yeah.
I am not skilled enough to take
Oh,
that
that
one
up one?
straight.
That crazy up. Like, zoom in on that. think we
You
have
know,
a
it's
little-
not that much up. I can do this little section right here that you can see in the picture.
I love the desert.
But
Look
it
at those
is-
cactus.
it
Look how
is
cool that cactus looks.
Tough, Holmes. That trail is tough.
You're gonna miss this place.
I am, yeah, for sure.
This is cool shit.
Yeah,
But you live there. You've had it. Like we only travel.
this shit is awesome.
And you could always go back.
Yeah.
That's what I always say that to people. Like when they like talk about leaving, it's like leaving anywhere in life. You can always go back.
Mhm.
One of my big reasons for not wanting to leave Ohio when I was younger, and I had plans to move to Boulder with friends who already had a house. It would have been easy. I just had to find a job.
Yeah.
One of my problems was like all my vacations are going to be to Ohio.
That's kind of like one of the things that.
Because I was nervous about that. I'm like, my
Like, holy shit,
brother,
we're gonna
my
have time to
sister,
actually
my
go
mom,
on
and my
real
dad.
vacations.
Well, yeah, so I'm like, if I have free time, do I want my vacations to be to Akron, Ohio?
Yeah.
I love Akron, Ohio, but that's not where I want to travel when I have free time.
Yeah.
So I was like, wherever I move has to be like the perfect fucking place. Does that make any? Do you feel like that ever? Like, have you ever since you left like Cleveland? Have you ever felt like when I have to travel?
Yeah.
it's-
Like, pretty much all of our vacation is to come back to see family. Yeah.
So when I live here, I could go anywhere in the world.
Right. Yeah, that's one of the things that my wife has brought up a lot.
And you were talking though. You were also talking about like, it seems like you haven't. Like you were talking about like you haven't made a ton of good bike friends. Like.
I have a lot of running friends. I have very few bike friends.
And you already have.
You
already have a ton of bike friends in Ohio. Like.
kind of
Literally.
Kind of, yeah.
Literally. Just did it tonight.
Yeah.
And that's only a slice of.
You're not wrong.
And you were in Columbus visiting your friends, but also you have Pudgy and Dylan, who are already your friends. Who you can go-
Pudgimus Maximus.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about Ohio as a home base that is like a good home base,
Yeah.
right?
I'm on the fence.
What are you on the fence about?
Who would
Get in
eat
here.
40?
Get in
Who
here.
would eat 47 sack lunches?
Oh, we froze. Did you do that?
I didn't do it. Who would eat 47 sack lunches?
And we're back.
That could be our milk. No milk will ever be our milk.
I don't know. I think it's a quality. Like I was saying about like when we were talking about Phoenix and you were talking about the size. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know the mayor of Akron, and this is not like a hard,
Yeah.
like a strong flex. Just a fact. Like he's a bike rider. I ride by his house all the time. I go to events and I photograph him.
Yeah.
And then I also know the guy who sells coke.
You photograph him when he doesn't know you're photographing him.
Yeah.
I think that's called voyeurism.
Yeah.
It's frowned
But then I'm
upon.
also sitting
It's
on.
frowned upon, Tim.
But then I'm sitting on an abandoned train bridge the other night, and
Yeah.
the graffiti artist who walks by knows me.
Mm-hmm.
When you stay in the same place forever, like there is a benefit to that lifestyle, and I'm not.
No, it's a give and take.
But I
for
would,
sure.
I would love to have lived somewhere like this too. So it's like
I
it
mean,
goes both ways. Like that is beautiful. Like
it's pretty sweet. I mean, this is in the middle of town. And this is one of my favorite spots because it's like, it's down in a little, I don't know if you call this a valley because the whole thing's kind of a valley. But, it's you can see to the left, there's a 15 or 20 foot kind of rock wall thing.
Yeah, let's look at how amazing this looks.
That spot from the last one, you almost forget that you're in the middle of a metropolitan area of 5 million people. So this is definitely at Brown's Ranch. There's tons of cactus out there. I love it.
Dan L
It's
said, I like to
gorgeous.
ride my bicycle, then I like to drink beer. Does that make me a bad person? Obviously
Yes.
not.
Yes.
We ride our bikes while we're
You're a
drinking.
piece of shit.
Fuck you, Dan.
We ride our bikes and drink beer. Oh, Malk's up in here. What's up,
Yeah.
Malk?
Malk is all up in this piece.
I got to meet him when I met Pudgy, too.
Oh,
good,
neat.
good ass dude.
Neat.
But
He's no
but-
Hulk, but he's Malk.
But Dan L, no, you don't ride your bike then drink beer. You ride your bike and drink beer.
Correctamundo. In Arizona, you can't get a DUI on a bicycle, so I drink beer while I ride sometimes, and it's pretty great.
Ben's over there suiting up like a...
No milk will ever be our milk.
All right, pickleball chuckles.
See you later, Chuckles.
Pop in here and say goodbye.
Large, it was great to meet you.
Later, chat.
Later, dude.
Good to meet you too, Rusty.
Uh,
See you guys.
I don't know what traveling through's comment is about, but
Are you guys gonna talk about golf balls?
Oh, yeah, come on.
were we
Come
supposed
on
to
back.
talk about golf balls? Okay, while we're figuring out what the hell we were going to talk about golf balls, hey, you guys, this is a super gravel. This picture that's up is a super gravel friendly trail system. I hope you all come out and experience it at some point, preferably on vacation. Don't move there because water is scarce, Holmes. I don't know what else to say about this. That's
All right.
there's
let's-
mountains. That's Granite Mountain right there. There's cool cactus. If you go up from the one you clicked on here,
Here we go. This one?
yeah. So that is a double crested saguaro cactus, extremely rare. I think that one is pretty well known.
Oh,
But-
so this must be like ancient, right? How long did it take it?
I don't. So all right. So a saguaro cactus, like if you scroll up a little bit,
so
zoom in and scroll up, and go to the right some. So I can, no, the other way. Other
What
way.
part?
Keep going. I want another cactus in the view. All right. So we'll just use you. Let me drive.
you drive. The mouse works left to right or nothing.
All right, so a saguaro grows up the center, kind of column thing, and they will be 100 years old before they start to sprout these arms,
Oh.
and then they sprout those arms approximately every 5 years. So if you see one with a ton of arms, it's very old.
It's ancient. That's what
Yeah, they can be very old. But the big one in the focus of the picture, if you scroll up to the top there, nobody knows. Like literally, scientists do not know what causes them to be crested like this.
So when they do this, they're creating a new. It's beyond our lifetime, so they haven't been able to study it.
I mean, I don't think they're necessarily beyond our lifetime in terms of studying. Like, definitely beyond our individual lifetimes, but the fact of the matter is, like, they've been studied for a long time. They're extremely rare, and scientists genuinely, like botanists and people like that, genuinely don't know what causes that. They have some hunches, but they have not been proven. So
I wonder if I mean,
I know where like 4 of these are, where they're at least crested once, and I know of one. This is the only one I know of that's double crested.
So I keep a lot of succulents and cacti up in with like.
Sure.
That was something I just love them, and that's why probably my love of the desert comes from. But so like all of a sudden when they do something like different, it comes out of the blue sometimes. So like I'll have a cactus that has sprouted like arms for years, and all of a sudden like I had one that was like a ball, and it just kept growing and growing, and then it put out this beautiful flower.
What color
Like-
is the flower?
It was like a turquoise, like a pinkish turquoise.
Yeah, I've never seen something.
And then when the flower died, a month later, the whole cactus died, and it was like that was his entire expression of life, right?
Yeah.
But before that, I had it for like 4 years, 5 years,
Yeah.
and just like that's what I love about the long game of like the desert culture. Like you don't, and when you're saying this, I'm like, yeah, you don't know, like they don't know, like why it does what it does, right?
Yeah. Nobody knows why those.
Rick would totally eat that cactus.
Pudgy seems to think I'm anti-Thai, I think is what he's saying there. I love Thai. I want a Thai bike, but they're expensive.
Yeah, they cost money. It was interesting to talk to Dylan about the ride quality, and Pudgy was chiming in about what a Thai bike is like, because most of us don't ride them.
Yeah.
We have steel, we have carbon, we have aluminum. I've got an aluminum bike right here.
Oh. I
Yeah.
would have guessed that this was steel.
No, it's an
Looking
aluminum.
at it.
Yeah. Ton of steel bikes, obviously. Yeah. No full carbon, but I've had, But yeah, it's just like, we know what that's like. Thai is like coming back in style, and now they're coming down in price. So
What do we got here?
that's not on the screen right now.
Here we go.
Here, let me help you out.
Yeah, you do it.
Let me guide you in.
Guide me in. All right.
This one?
Got a lot of drink pics on there. I drink beer.
I'm not showing you this while we talk. Like, so we're just chatting. And these are
So that's
not-
another one from the Phoenix Mountains Preserve right there. That's a kind of gradual, about like, 3-minute run, 2-minute ride, climb, 1.5 minute maybe ride. It's techy, but it's fun.
So you came down.
And then, no, I was going up on this one. And then if you do the extended climb, it's more like 7 minutes.
So this is a bike path.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a trail. Yeah. But it's heavily ridden and run.
All right.
There's Grand Canyon, Grand Canyon, Grand Canyon. These are all Grand Canyons.
Some beers.
Some beers.
Some beers. Some more beers. A lot of talking.
Some margaritas. Alt J. I don't know. Oh, there's the Ass Pounder 4000. That's a great fucking clip. Oh.
They're just like, no. There's like no way you're going to play that on your live stream. What do we got here?
Browns Ranch. That's one of my favorite trails in Browns Ranch is Cloudburst. Just fucking great. Dylan would love that one.
Look at that hill.
Very-
Look at that. Just like, look at that.
Very swoopy, flowy descent.
Like, listen, I love living where I live. I love the trees, but this is beautiful. I didn't know. You can't
Did
be
any
mad
of
about
you
this.
understand? Did anybody else understand like half of what he just said?
No.
'Cause,
Did you not understand?
I mean, I piece it together.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's getting a little sloppy. It's getting a little sloppy. I'll admit it. I want to drop acid in the desert now. Yeah. Watch the Doors movie. Then you.
Today, Junior.
Yeah. They grow like 40. Oh, they was talking about the cacti. I would totally eat that cactus. Big Finish. This dude ain't leaving Arizona. That's what Rick said. He knows you love where you were.
I do. I love it very much.
Tim speaking in cursive again. Somebody got some Doritos. Slur them good. Well, should we end this and
Dude, it's your call. I got all night. I don't give no fucks. Oh, we're frozen though.
oh, we froze.
I mean, if you don't end this right now though, I'm getting another beer. You have
Oh,
8
I'm
seconds.
getting another beer regardless.
You have 8 seconds to end, or I'm drinking more beer. And
Oh.
if you do end,
We
in
could
that
also
8
stop
seconds,
live
I'm
streaming.
probably
We could
gonna
just
drink
go
more
upstairs
beer.
and drink beers and watch like videos.
Hey, rest in peace, Norm. I mean, I guess that doesn't mean anything because there's no God and
Let's,
there's no
let's put
afterlife.
them up
but
here. Let's put them up here.
There we go, Norm.
Dude. Norm. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Oh, let's go full screen to say goodbye with me and you. Oh, we're
Okay.
grabbing another beer regardless. We got Rusty from Arizona, and we made your life better tonight, right?
I had a good time. I saw some good grabs, some Akron stuff, some Cleveland stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
All right, dudes.
I had a jackfruit sandwich. That was cool.
See myself on your YouTube.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
this time.
Fitzwater photo.
In the awful way, holiday, holiday today, and all I want to say, holiday, holiday today. You catch the first train home, drive to breathe alone, yeah, and all I want to do is to get with you. Hey, in the awful way, holiday, holiday today, and all I want to say, holiday, holiday today. You catch the